What is happening, everybody? TCT back again, and welcome to this dark and gloomy Friday. Wow, what a beautiful day outside to be a Munsters fan, is it not? That's right, I'm here today to review the new Rob Zombie film, The Munsters. And for those of you who do not know, we are in the middle of Hurricane Ian right now, so it's very gloomy out here. For those of you who do not know, I am a pretty big fan of the Munsters. I grew up watching it with my uncle and the Addams Family as well, and the originals from the 1960s, the black and white versions, and I absolutely love them. When I found out Rob Zombie was going to do this movie, I was super excited. I'm like, okay, I know he's a Munsters fan. I've known it for many years. For those of you like he shouldn't be doing this, no, he would stay true to the product, and he sort of did. I'm going to give him his credit. So the issues I had with this movie was that they made it incredibly low budget, and I knew they probably would. It's a Munsters movie. It's a TV show not many people cared for back then, but a lot of people love it now. You know, it even has its own pinball machine. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch me play that pinball machine, I did a few weeks ago in my pinball video where I went to Game Terminal in Nashville. You can check that out on my page. The gameplay of that pinball machine is there. It was absolutely magnificent. I absolutely loved it. And this came out on Netflix a few days ago, and I watched it the day it came out. Then I watched it again last night in black and white. I had to watch it in black and white. Let me just say, if you are a Munsters fan, I encourage you to watch it in black and white before giving your assumptions on how bad the movie is or how good the movie is. Watch the version first in color, and then watch it in black and white. I watched it in black and white last night, and it was glorious. It looked really good in black and white. I'm not saying like the movie or the writing itself was. I'm saying the way that it looked, it was magnificent, and it looked just like the Munsters in black and white. So we know Sherry Moon, and then Jeffrey Daniels, and then David Roebuck are in it. Sherry Moon Zombie is Lily Munster. Now, she's going to get a lot of criticism because she's in everything Rob Zombie does. She's his wife. And I'm going to say she did decent, okay? She wasn't horrible by any means. People are saying, oh, well, Lily never had an accent. She did have an accent if you ever watched the TV show. It is free on Peacock if you want to go check it out. She had an accent, but it was more of a elegant vampire type accent, like where she's very rich, very majestic. It was a majestic accent. She used her hands a lot when she spoke in the TV show. Sherry Moon does that in the movie. That was very well done by her. She wouldn't have been my first choice to play Lily, but I thought she did a decent job playing Lily, okay? Lily's one of my favorite characters in the show. I really enjoyed her. I was really weirded out. The first time you see her, she's wearing an outfit that has like this huge hair hat or whatever it is. It looked really weird, and I was getting really thrown off by it. I'm like, oh, this is Lily. Okay, so when she goes on her date with Herman in the movie, and she comes out in the full blown, Lily outfit like you see with the webs and the necklace and everything like she wears in the show. Okay, I'm like, okay, that's Lily. And then she's speaking like Lily, but Lily's not that that over the top in the TV show. She tried her best. I'm going to give her credit for trying her best, and put in note that this is a PG movie, so it's going to be over the top. It's going to be campy. It's going to be over the top. It's going to be wacky fun, kind of like a Halloween Town-ish type movie, a hocus pocus type, slapstick comedy. If you don't like slapstick comedy, you're not going to like the movie, plain and simple. Okay? So, my suggestion is if you're looking to see a really good movie, go find something else. This is a fun movie. All right? People are going to complain, I could have done this much better. You probably could have, but it wouldn't have made any cash. Okay? People are not lining up to go see the Munsters. I'm going to tell you right now, it's a classic movie, classic show. It would have made a lot more money animated, I think. And I think that's where they should go with it in the future. Now, I would like to see Rob do a sequel to this, a small sequel to this with the characters he had in this movie. But a cartoon would be wonders. Just like they did with the Addams Family movie. They made a cartoon movie. I haven't watched those yet, and I do want to see those. And then I will give you a review if you would like a review on the Addams Family. But yes, that was 100% my idea to have the Munsters be like an animated series or something like that, and it would work, especially if they use the same cast that they had in this. I think it would work. I think it would do very well. So here's my thoughts on the movie. Okay, it's very Batman and Robin-ish camp, but it's not as worse as that. It's not as bad as that. It's actually pretty funny. If you take into account of how the original Munsters were, the characters were done very well. Okay, they acted just like the characters in the show with Herman's he does that. He does that in the movie. Jeffrey Daniels did okay. Like, I wouldn't have chose him, but then again, budget, the way Rob casts people, I get it. Okay, I'm not going to bash Rob Zombie like people are doing on Facebook. I'm really not going to do that, okay, because I enjoy what Rob has to do in his movies. I enjoy the way he tells his stories. It's very fun. It was a very fun movie to see. Okay, it's not the greatest movie ever. I keep saying that. If you're going in there thinking it's going to be a great storyline, it's not. It's all over the place like a TV show would be. There's no way going forward. So I'm going to tell you guys, it's just the grandpa, it's just Lily, and it's just Herman in this. There's no Eddie Munster. There's no Marilyn Munster. This is a prequel to when Herman and Lily met. Brother Lester is in it. And by the way, in my my pinball video, I thought the little handle, and you'll see it, I thought it was Eddie. I forgot it was Lester. It was Lily's brother, Lester, the werewolf. So that was actually a pretty cool detail that I forgot when I was actually shooting that pinball video. You can go back and look at that. I ended up saying Eddie Munster, and I'm going to correct myself right now and say that was Lester Munster, okay? Because I forgot. It's been forever. I went back and I did watch the entire Munsters series before this came out because I hadn't seen it in so long and I forgot a lot. So I went and watched the entire series. It's a lot of episodes. It's pretty good 2 seasons of them. So they're very deep, like 30 episodes deep. About 60 episodes or something like that. It's very, very deep sitcom, for back then anyway. So I think Jeffrey Daniels was very over the top. I liked his mannerisms as Herman. His look as Herman was fine. His voice, it takes a while because it's not Fred Gwynn. Okay, it's not Fred Gwynn at all. But I think he did okay. I'm not going to say he did spectacular. He did okay. He did very okay. Sherry Moon, I think, did decent. She's definitely not Lily Munster from the TV show. She's not her at all because she was one of my favorites. She's not her. She tried her behind off, okay? She tried very hard to be her, and I give her all the credit in the world. Looked like she had a lot of fun doing that role. Oh, Hermie. That's what she was doing. She called him Hermie. Now, I got to go back and watch the Munsters some more. I don't know if I hear her say Herman a lot in the show, but I never hear Hermie. So I guess that might have been made up. I don't know. I need to go back and watch some more of the Munsters. I thought the worst was going to be David Roebuck playing Grandpa Munster, Dracula. He ended up surprising me I think he was the best at the character. He felt like Grandpa. Like, if you compare side by side, they don't look the same, but the voice, the act, how much he hates Herman, how much he calls Herman a dum-dum. He did a phenomenal job. I liked his character the most in this movie, I will say. David Roebuck, you get a thumbs up from me. Jeffrey Daniels, you get kind of one of these, and same with Sherry Moon, you get one of these. You guys did good. David Roebuck gets one of these. David Roebuck did a great job, I think. The guy that played Lester, very decent. Jorge Garcia's in the movie. He did a good job. Those guys did a good job. Everybody that created Herman. It feels like you're watching a 60s slapstick rom-com. Okay? It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Especially how they do some of the green screen. One of the things, Rob, Rob, look, man, I love you. I love your music. I'm a big fan of yours. I like your movies. Okay, I enjoy some of them. Like, not all of them, but I enjoy House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, and Three to Hell. I like those movies. I liked your first Halloween movie. I thought it was decent. I thought it was okay. Wasn't phenomenal, but it was okay. That you did a good job on that. You have got to stop using neon so much in your movies, man. To me, the best part of this movie is the final 20 minutes when they go to the party and then they end up in Mockingbird Lane. Finally, they end up in Mockingbird Lane into the house that we all know and love. There's no neon. It's just regular color. Herman in his purple suit, Lily in her purplish pink suit, Grandpa Munster in his outfit, and it looked good. It was just regular color. When they're in Transylvania, there is green everywhere. There's green lights. There's purple neon. There's pink neon. There's neon everywhere. It's like we're in a Tron world. It's like we're in the Matrix or something. Like, there's green everywhere they go. There's a green light, and it threw it off so bad, man. Now, I get the Munsters had the green look on everything. I get it. You overdid it, bro. You overdid it. I'm going to tell you overdid. Like, the scene where Herman is coming up to Transylvania Castle for his date with, I'm sorry, I can't speak today. For his date with Lily Munster. There did not need to be neon green glowing all down the alleyway. Or when Grandpa Munster is up on top, like looking at Herman, I can't see what he looks like because he's covered in green light. It's all green light. When they're sitting at the table, it's green light everywhere. When Lily comes in to show her ring, it's green light everywhere. It throws it off so bad, dude. Don't do that. If you make a sequel, I suggest use less green. You can use green, but use less green in your scenes, man. That hurts your eyes. So that's why when I say if you want to watch it in black and white, that's one of the big reasons to watch it in black and white. So that you don't have to deal with the neon, okay? The neon really hurts. It really hurts your eyes. But I'm going to say, like, for a kid, I know he made it PG, and I'm glad he did. There's not cursing. There's no cursing in this at all. And that's great. That's very rare for Rob Zombie to do a movie with no cursing in it, I'm going to tell you. So, you want my opinion on this movie? If you're a fan of the Munsters series, you're going to enjoy the movie. You might not love the movie. You might not like the movie. You're definitely not going to hate the movie as much as people are bashing it online. These people have never seen the Munsters before. I can tell you that. There's a lot of people online loving it, saying this was great. It was good slapstick. It was great. They did a good job. People are like, well, they gave him all this money. They didn't give him a lot of money. I think it was made barely $5 million, if not, like, it was a very, very low budget movie. So he did what he could with what he had. And I give him all the credit in the world for, making a good rom-com, a good slapstick comedy that's based on, a lovable TV show. And I'm hoping that they can do a sequel or something. I would really like an animated series, guys. Make that work. Universal, make that work, man. I want that animated series. I would love a Munsters animated series. I think it would actually make a lot of money. Not an animated movie. I'm talking about like something you can put on television. Like for the kids to watch, like on Nickelodeon or something. Like at the end credits, you see like an animated style of them doing stuff. That's kind of like what they did with the new Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon. That style would work for the Munsters. Okay, that flat 2D, crazy style, that would work for the Munsters. Okay, do that. I would say do that. I would like to see at least one sequel done by Zombie for this because I want to see more of Mockingbird Lane. We didn't get a lot of Mockingbird Lane. The movie ends very abruptly. That's one of the things I didn't like at the end. It ends so quickly. It's only an hour. It's like an hour and 45 minutes, hour and 50 minutes. It's almost 2 hours, so you get your money worth there. But they get to Mockingbird Lane in the final half hour. They get to the house in the final half hour. Everything else is in like Transylvania, Paris, all this stuff. And, so if you're looking for Mockingbird Lane, it showed in all its glory, but it's not showed for long. It showed for maybe about 15, 20 minutes. Okay, if not 30, maybe, 20, I would say 25 minutes. All right? So, in all, I enjoyed the movie. I will tell you, I enjoyed the movie. It's not a fantastic movie. Okay. It's not a great movie. It's not a movie I would say, oh, this is the best thing. It's not. I'm not going to get bashed online saying that I love the movie. I liked the movie. It's something I would watch at Halloween. It's something I would enjoy at Halloween. I definitely would. Okay? I would probably watch it with my family. You know, they had a good time watching it. I would give it, like, if I'm going to give it an A scale rating, I would give it probably a C plus, because it, you know, it's a straight to DVD movie. If it was like a theatrical release, something bigger, yeah, I would give it a C plus, and I could bump it up to a B, but I'm not gonna, because I didn't like the way it ended. Okay, I did not. It ended too abruptly. If it ended, and it had a good ending. Okay, it had a very good ending. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I want you to see it. You notice how I haven't given anything away other than the plot. All right? I'm not going to give anything away. I want you to see it. It's fun. There's funny jokes in this. There's a lot of funny jokes in this. They make you laugh in this. It's really funny. It's not a fantastic movie. You can tell it's almost like watching theater a little bit. Like if you're going to watch a Broadway theater, you can tell it's fog machines. You can tell it's very staged. Just like the 60s sitcom was. Okay, so if anybody's going to complain about the effects in this, you got to remember this is based on a 60s sitcom, okay? He wants it to look like the TV show did. They used fog machines. They used wires. They used everything. That's kind of what they do in this. It makes it look just like you're watching the show. And I like that. I enjoy when directors do that, because it takes you nostalgically back to that time period. So in all actuality, I liked the Munsters. I thought it was okay. It was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't as horrible as that trailer made it look. It's not horribly done. I think kids today are going to watch this. Let me put it this way. I'm a fan of the Munsters. I think they did a decent job with this. They didn't do a marvelous job with this at all. They did a decent job. It's enough to warrant, you know, another one if they want to try. All right? Kids today are going to watch this like we did with Halloween Town and Hocus Pocus. 20 years from now, they're going to be like, sequel, sequel, sequel. Look at us now. We're getting Hocus Pocus 2 like 20, 30 years later. Look at that. I haven't seen it yet. It hasn't come out yet. I think it comes out today, actually. Today's that Friday. I think it comes out today. So, honestly, I don't know if it's going to be good or not, but that's what might happen with this Munsters movie. It's enough to where kids are going to be like, wow, this is fun. You know, and then they're going to grow up with it. They're going to continuously watch it. It might get a cult status. You never know with movies like this. It's slapstick. Hocus Pocus was slapstick. It was slapstick. So in all actuality, the Munsters, I tell everybody to give it a try, okay? It's if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I'm going to be dead honest with it. Rob Zombie did not do a bad job with this. He did a decent job with what he had, and I'm going to give him credit for that. He's done a lot worse movies than this, okay? This, to me, is one of the better things that he's done, and I'm glad they gave him a PG thing to work with. If it was PG-13, I don't know if it would have worked. This is a good PG movie. You can have fun with this. So, this is TCT signing off. The Munsters. It is on Netflix right now. I don't know how long it's going to be on Netflix, and you can buy it on digital. It should be in the stores pretty soon, if not now. Definitely within the next couple weeks, it's going to be in the stores. I would say go ahead and watch it. You don't have to buy it, but go ahead and give it a try, okay? It made top 10 in Netflix, so people are liking it, and it's staying there. It's been there for all week. It's been in the top 10 all week, so it's definitely something to it. Some kind of magic's there. It got horribly bashed by the critics. Of course, all Rob Zombie movies get bashed by the critics. It's not good acting. You don't need it to be good acting for it to be a fun movie to see, okay? Like, critics want, like, Oscar-worthy actors. Sherry Moon Zombie's not an Oscar-worthy actor. She's a fun person. You know, she's going to have fun with what she does. So, all in all, the Munsters, check it out. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe out there in this brutal hurricane, all right? And good luck to the folks down in Florida getting hit hard by this. 155-mile-an-hour winds. This is not something you want to play around with. So, stay safe, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Halloween Ends is coming. I'm going to try, and I'm going to give you my Halloween Kills review. I didn't do that last year because I was waiting for this year for the final movie to come out. Once that movie comes out, I'm going to give you a Halloween Kills review. Then I will give you a Halloween Ends review. I promise. All right? It's going to come. I promise. TCT signing off. Hit that subscribe button. I'm getting a lot more subscribers, folks. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You guys have a good Halloween. Ha ha!